Nestled in the heart of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, a rare and captivating piece of American automotive history is up for grabs. A beautifully preserved 1951 Mercury convertible offered at $36,500. The car, listed just 3 weeks ago, represents more than just vintage steel and chrome. It embodies post-war optimism, mid-century styling, and a legacy of customization that helped define the golden era of hot rodding. The seller keeps the description short and honest. Pictures tell the story. Rust-free, original drivetrain. Runs and drives as it should. Hydraulic windows and top a little temperamental. Possible trades. No bikes or boats, please. If it is posted, it is still available. While brief, that statement speaks volumes to the discerning eye. It hints at originality, a well-maintained structure, and perhaps most importantly for collector, a car that hasn't fallen victim to extensive rust, a notorious plague for vintage convertibles from this era. The Mercury mystique. To understand the allure of this 1951 Mercury convertible, you need to step back in time. By the early 1950s, Mercury, Ford's mid-tier brand between Ford and Lincoln, had carved out a unique identity. The 1949 to 1951 Mercury 8, sometimes simply called the lead sled, became an icon among hot rodders and customizers. It was beloved for its wide, low stance, teardrop fenders, and clean slab sides, the perfect canvas for chopping, channeling, and modifying. This model year, 1951, marked the final year of this body style before Mercury introduced a new look in 1952. That makes surviving 1951 convertibles relatively rare and highly desirable, especially those that remain close to factory specifications like the one in this listing. Power and performance. Under the hood, this Mercury retains its original drivetrain, which likely means a 255 cubic inch flathead V8, producing around 112 horsepower. While not a powerhouse by today's standards, the flathead V8 was smooth, torquey, and highly tunable, characteristics that won it fans across the country. The car runs and drives as it should, according to the seller, a phrase that suggests this classic hasn't been sitting idle or neglected. Whether you're planning a Sunday cruise or aiming for light restoration, this Mercury appears to be a solid platform. Top-down motoring. As a convertible, this Mercury already occupies a special tier of desirability. In 1951, open-top models were a luxury, symbols of status and leisure. Today, they remain harder to find and command a premium among collectors. The car features hydraulic windows and a power-operated convertible top, features that were cutting-edge for their time. While the seller mentions these systems can be a little temperamental, that's par for the course in a 70-plus-year-old vehicle. Fortunately, these hydraulic systems are typically reparable with modern parts, and specialists still exist who can rebuild them to factory spec. Originality and preservation. One of the most compelling aspects of this listing is the emphasis on originality. Many 1949 to 1951 Mercurys have been heavily customized over the years: chopped roofs, Frenched headlights, shaved door handles, and custom paint jobs were practically a rite of passage for these cars. And while those customs have their place, original, uncut examples are increasingly rare. This Mercury convertible remains rust-free, a critical selling point, and appears to have been lovingly cared for over the decades. Rust is the silent killer of classic cars, particularly convertibles where water infiltration can spell doom for the floors, rockers, and rear quarters. A rust-free body suggests either a car that has been carefully stored or possibly restored with attention to structural integrity. Possible trades welcome. The seller is open to possible trades, though they specifically state, "No bikes or boats, please." That suggests a fellow enthusiast looking to stay within the realm of classic cars, or perhaps hot rods, muscle cars, or other vintage American icons. The phrasing also indicates a seller who isn't in a hurry and likely values the car's heritage and future stewardship. Location: Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Located in scenic southeastern Wisconsin, Oconomowoc is a historic lake town with a rich cultural heritage and vibrant car community. For potential buyers, this location is ideal, close enough to major transport routes for easy vehicle pickup or shipping, and likely indicative of a car stored in a stable Midwestern climate. Market consideration: at $36,500. This 1951 Mercury convertible is priced at a level that reflects both its condition and its rarity. While prices for these cars vary widely depending on modifications and restoration quality, unmodified, rust-free convertibles in solid running condition routinely command $30,000 to $50,000, with top-tier restorations reaching much higher. For collectors, the car represents a strong value, a combination of heritage, condition, and investment potential. For dreamers and weekend cruisers, it offers an accessible entry point into a glamorous era of American motoring. The legacy of the lead sled. Whether you're a collector, a restorer, or just someone who's always wanted to cruise with the top down in something truly classic, this Mercury checks a lot of boxes. It's a survivor from a time when cars had curves, when chrome gleamed in the sun, and when driving was about the journey, not just the destination. In the world of vintage cars, the 1949 to 1951 Mercury is a symbol of cool, style, and street presence. And this 1951 convertible? It's a time capsule with a heartbeat, ready to write its next chapter with a new owner. Interested? The listing is still active as of this writing. If you're in the market for a rust-free, original drivetrain 1951 Mercury convertible that's ready to drive, and possibly ready to shine on the show circuit, this is a chance worth exploring. For serious inquiries and trade offers, cars only, no bikes or boats, reach out to the seller in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, before this beauty finds its next home.